And when there was an assault made, both of the Gentiles and also the Jews with their rulers, to use them despitefully and to stone them, they were aware of it and fled unto Lystra, to the south, and Derbe, cities of Lycaonia, and unto the region that lieth round about. From the violence of a mob excited by the Jews, they fled into a wilder region where were few or no Jews. And there they preached the gospel. And there sat a certain man at Lystra, impotent in his feet, being a cripple from his mother's womb, who never had walked. The same heard Paul speak, who steadfastly beholding him, and perceiving that he had faith to be healed, said with a loud voice, Stand upright on thy feet. And he leaped and walked. And when the people saw what Paul had done, they lifted up their voices, saying in the speech of Lycaonia, The gods are come down to us in the likeness of men. And they called Barnabas Jupiter, and Paul Mercurius, because he was the chief speaker. So now they're saying that Paul and Barnabas are gods, and they're worshiping them as gods. Then the priest of Jupiter, which was before the city, brought oxen and garlands unto the gates, and would have done sacrifice with the people, which when the apostles Barnabas and Paul heard of, they rent their clothes. Now pay attention to that. They actually ripped their clothes and ran in among the people, crying out and saying, Sirs, why do ye these things? We also are men of like passions with you, and preach unto you that ye should turn from these vanities unto the living God, which made heaven and earth and the sea and all things that are therein, who in times past suffered all nations to walk in their own ways, meaning allowed nations to walk in their own ways. We have here the first germ of what may be fairly described as St. Paul's philosophy of history. The times of ignorance had been permitted by God, meaning among the Gentiles in the Old Testament before Christ. He allowed such ignorance, and those who had lived in them would be equitably dealt with and judged according to their knowledge. The same thought meets us again in the speech at Athens in Acts 17. The ignorance and the sins of the Gentile world had been allowed to run their course, as the law had been allowed to do its partial and perfect work among the Jews, as parts, if one may so speak, of a great divine drama, leading both to feel the need of redemption and preparing both of its reception. All were included in unbelief that God might have mercy upon all.